Hello, everyone. Welcome to CODSCOMAT 2021. I'm Sai, co-founder and CTO of Spoonshot, here to present to you a product that we have built in our company called Genesis to aid the process of food innovation. Let's start with a quick intro about our startup. We describe ourselves as a food AI startup. We are in the business of helping food and beverage companies to better understand the changing ecosystem from a data point of view, able to ask, so they can ask any kind of domain specialized questions and understand today's customers, market needs, so on and so forth. And in a very simplistic way, think of us as a sector specialized or domain specialized data and intelligence company. As we stand today, we are in the business of helping food and beverage companies to spot innovation opportunities or white space opportunities globally with high confidence. Uh, in bit of a more long-term perspective, it is about how do you leverage data to build cognitive systems in food to build more advanced applications. So before we present the product, I thought it is better to set context about the food and beverage industry, what kind of problems are we solving, and then of course I'll present the solution. So everything starts with the end customer. The end customer today has got too many choices. They are fragmented and very less loyal to the brand or product. They have more access to information than before and evolving quite fast than before. So all this leads to a problem where understanding customers and doing innovation becomes a continuous process rather than a one-time exercise. The next is how today's innovation process looks like in the industry. It all starts with doing manual surveys and collecting some sales data. As you can see, this data is first of all limited in nature, does not fully represent the market. And next is it is stale because the data is only reflective of what happened in the past. It does not capture the changing needs of the customer and so on. And the data research and getting answers for the first set of questions that the food and beverage company wants to know in itself takes 6 months time. Just imagine whenever you do a Google search, it takes 6 months time for you to get back results. This is going to be very inefficient the way you operate. So that is what is happening in the industry currently. And next is and additionally, it takes about 12 to 18 months to launch the product into the market after the data research is done. So as a consequence, what is happening is there is a very high failure rate for the products that are getting launched, majorly because the timing of the product is not right. A lot of times product are coming too late to the market, or even customer needs are not even understood very well. So uh, this is costing millions of dollars for these food and beverage companies. So there can be a much better way to solve this problem. The way we think about this is how do you building a data to by building a domain specialized data tool where food and beverage companies can ask questions, more specialized questions by themselves, and get answers instantly rather than waiting for a very long time. And this helps them. This helps them to have ability to have access to data at any point of time without having it to be stale, so on and so forth. Next is we live in a digital age or an information age. There is uh, all of us, whether it is an individual or a business, are leaving digital footprints on the internet. The idea is how do you take advantage of these digital footprints and then give holistic insight about this industry, which consists of customers, competition, so on and so forth. Next is how do you use this data tool to look to give projection into how is it going to look like into the future rather than just reading from the past. So the way we approach on how we build this data tool is based on these four principles. First and foremost is solving information overload. So first, we live in a world again where we are inundated with data all around us. The idea, even if you are a domain expert, it is impossible for us to keep, on. on top to stay on top of everything that we care about, and then stay relevant. So the idea is the idea that we believe in is how do you uh, how can technology be used to find relevant data, uh, for the data to find us rather than we serendipitously finding the data. Next is the factor of explainability. This is about because the data tool that we have built is being put to use to make critical decision making. It is very important to have reasoning or evidence rather than just being as a black box. Next step is higher order insights, which because our end customers, they themselves are domain experts, uh, often level one insights are not going to make a cut. uh, so the idea is how do you use domain knowledge to aid this information discovery, is what higher order insights is about. Next is early identification of trends. Trends by nature are not useful if they are known much later in time or when they become mainstream. The idea is how do you spot these trends as early as possible so that our customers, our business customers can have information advantage, and then they can make use of that information advantage that they have. Uh, a high level intro about how our technology works end to end. These are four or five most important components that we have. First and foremost is having access to the digital data of food. So we have built a web scale data crawling engine, which gathers data from a multitude of sources. As we stand today, we gather data from more than 26,000 sources. Imagine any digital data that is coming on the internet that talks about food is of our interest for us to capture it. And next is, and naturally you can imagine internet's data is unstructured in nature. How do you process this data to extract rich dimensions uh, which can still preserve the semantics or from a food and beverage sector point of view. So this involves processing different kinds of data underlying text, video, audio, and even multilingual data as well. So all of this data gets structured using different kind of algorithms to extract these rich dimensions, as I said. And next, all these data silos are extracted. So the next important step over here is using domain knowledge. When I say domain knowledge, think of it as a knowledge store comprising of both commonsensical domain knowledge and also expert domain knowledge, which is used to unify these data silos. The real output of our technology is what we call as food brain over here. Think of it as an organized data store of all digital data of food. So this is quite powerful, which can be used to build a lot of different applications. One such is what I'm about to present over here. Uh, these are sample problems that we are able to solve from the data tool that we have built. As you can see, the questions that our customers care about uh, is highly domain specialized. Because of this, their data in itself has to be structured in an entirely different way. So yeah, without any further delay, let me show you a quick demo of our product. Uh, First and foremost is, I want to show you that this is the account that I'm showing to you is set to USA. Depending on our customer needs, what their domain, what their market is, we set their account often to the country that they want. So data is, the account is set to the particular country. Uh, Next is the homepage that I'm showing to you over here. First of all the data that I'm showing you in this in our product is all algorithmically structured, and this particular homepage specifically is generated based on my information needs. This is personalized to my information needs and also based on the domain knowledge that our product can understand. This is based on the kind of clicks and searches that I have done before. So, let's start with a simple example. Okay, let's say I have searched for citrus. You can look for a bunch of hot topics. I'll talk about particularly about that in a minute. You can see citrus related products, citrus related ingredients, so on and so forth. For example, If you click on this, you can see different kind of ingredients which are citrusy in flavor. You can look at what it means, what are the health claims that you can make as a company on your products, what are the health benefits that are known because of citrusy ingredients, some trend lines, product adoption for these ingredients, recipes that are out there, and menu penetration in USA, as my account is set to the USA market. So next is looking at ingredient networks, which we call, because food, often it is important to look at how you should be combining these ingredients. So for example, so if you take a look at this flavor, these two ingredients in particular, there is red banana and the citrusy fruit. You can see from a domain point of view how flavor compatible these two ingredients are and how novel these ingredient combination is going to be in terms of products and recipes that you're about to launch, and what kind of health claims you can make when you launch these products, when you launch a product or a recipe with this ingredient combination and a trend line, so on and so forth. So the next important feature that I want to show you quickly is hot topics. Hot topics is, think of it as trend lines that you can look for. Our customers can request for any topic that they want, and then it appears instantly over here. So for example, you can see all these trend lines are being built from a huge corpus of more than 100 million research papers, articles, blogs, news, patents, so on and so forth. The idea is, again, how early and how accurately can we spot this opportunity. So that's it. So our tool essentially enables our customers to cut the data in the way that they want, able to ask more domain specialized questions, both high level and very niche questions as well. That's all. Thanks a lot for your time today.